Welcome to the beautiful island of Lanzarote, paradise location for this very special Ironman, only 70 miles from the golden sands of the Sahara Desert. Ironman Lanzarote is one of the most prestigious events of the Ironman calendar, renowned for being the toughest bike course, taking the competitors around the whole island through a stunning contrast of amazing volcanic landscapes, revealing the most awesome views across the Atlantic Ocean. The Ironman race in Lanzarote started in 1992 with just 120 competitors, which has now grown to over 2,000 entrants and has developed into a major tourist attraction. Lanzarote has now become a favourite location for sportsmen and women, given its guarantee of good weather all year round, excellent sporting conditions and facilities. From the very first Ironman competition in Hawaii, which was run as a bet to see who would be the fittest between a runner, a swimmer and a cyclist. The places may have changed, but the distances remain the same. The competitors start the day at 7 o'clock with a 2-mile open water swim. Having completed this, it's on the bikes for 112 miles circumnavigation of the island, followed by no less than a full 26-mile marathon. All to be completed within a cut-off time of 17 hours in order to be presented with their finishers' medals and the right to be called Ironman. We join the action the day before the race in the town of Puerto del Carmen, which is where the athletes check in their bikes and equipment. While there, we bumped into Vincent Bachelot, who has been commentating on this race for French television for over 10 years and has finally decided to find out firsthand what all the fuss is about.
We are used to broadcast or propose maybe 38 races a year on a French channel. 3 races are different: Hawaii, Lanzarote, and after that maybe Embrun in France. I had many feedback from the athletes, from the professional and age group athletes, telling me that it's a race to do, so you have to try it. Yes, it will be a very long day.
Okay, so it's race day as we move to that 7 o'clock start. As you can see, it's an absolutely fantastic setting here in Lanzarote. Here we go. This is the Playa Grande, one of the main beaches in Puerto del Carmen, and the anticipation is growing. Look at the amount of swimmers all lined up there, ready to get going and get this marathon competition on the way. Here we go. Wonder how these guys feel. Oh my days, look at that, the inflatables have come down, maybe just easing the tension a little bit. I'm sure it wasn't done on purpose, but look at that, they don't mind, they're all focused and they know what's ahead of them. So you can see in the water, the guys in the white caps, these are the special athletes. They'll be 10 metres ahead of the professionals, and then following up will be everybody else. I'm sure it's time for them. Yes, and here they go. They're off. Look at that. It is utter mayhem as over 2,000 people are making their way into the water for this 2-mile swim. It's going to be fantastic stuff. Like I'm saying, it is one of the best events that you're going to see, and no wonder it's such a popular attraction. The start can actually be quite dangerous. A few people do get a bit of a kick into the face, unfortunately. That's just the nature of it. It's something they all know they have to watch out for. A couple of facts and figures for you. There's a total of 2,283 participants, including 84 people from Lanzarote entering. There's around 200 women aged between 18 and 64. And having a look at some of the older participants, Peter Muller from Germany and Sam Gordon for Ireland are in the 70 to 74 year age group. In addition, 75 professionals registered here, and don't forget they're fighting for part of a total prize purse of $25,000. Pulling away to the first boy here. This is the first dogleg that they meet in the part of this swim. Don't forget they've got to do this twice on their 2-mile swim. There's a number of different coloured caps just for your info. Here, the yellow caps, that's for the professional men. The green caps are for the professional women. The orange caps on the men, that's the age groupers, and the pink caps on the women, that is the age groupers for them too. So we have Sebastian Fayes of France who started pulling away. He's actually an age grouper from Heinrich Heideland, number 16. Again, we have Bert Yama, he's in 4th, and he's in the blue cap you're going to see here. As the sun comes up, it really is an absolutely beautiful day. This is Lanzarote, not far from Africa. What a sight it is indeed. Right then, as you can see, what a cracking underwater shot we've got here. It's a human super people as they're battling it out through this swim at the very start of the Ironman. Now we're over to the women's race. Saleta Castro, number 4 from Spain, she's in the blue cap, and Lucy Gossage, number 9, wearing the red, white and blue for Great Britain. And you'll see in the green cap it is indeed Stephanie Adam from Belgium, number 36, race leader for the women. Great stuff it is. Go back to this tussle with the women's group again, and as you can see, it isn't all plain sailing. It is quite tough for these guys as they make it around the course. We're looking at the lead woman in the clear. It is Stephanie Adam again, as she creates a bit more space between her and the following crowd. As you can see, it's very oh my days. Lucy Gossage being kicked in the face. This is what we're talking about. This is what actually happens quite a lot of the time during this race, because everybody's in such close quarters. So back to the race, let's have a looky-see. We have got the leader, it's Sebastian, and he's leaving the water. Well, he's close to leaving the water now as he finishes his first lap. As I said, there's 2 laps here. The guy has got to come out of the water onto the beach. He's got to run through his checkpoint. All the athletes have got tags on their ankles, which not just for the swimming, this also comes in for the bike. It also comes in for the marathon itself as they complete lap after lap.
Go with the next guys, couple of age groupers. Henrik Hildelund from Denmark, Bert Jamer, the 2-time winner, Romain Guillaume in the group here, making his way into the second lap, but quite a bunch of age groupers. Sean from UK coming through. And as promised before, we just had the first lady coming through, start number 36, this is Stephanie Adam from Belgium.
Stephanie Adam aan de leiding en dame die de snelste.
Jetzt Kaiser gerade durch und jetzt Saleta Castro aus Spanien ebenfalls auf die nächste Schwimmrunde. Lucy Gossage auf dem Weg, also die Damen hier ganz
Well, let's have a look at the male competition. Here we go, it's the lead male. It's Fayes again, he's leading the way for the men as we look back on the rest of the field. What a fantastic view that really is. If you haven't got a chance to be here, make sure you book your holiday next year, because this is one sight to be seen. Here's the rest of the field again as they're coming through, plenty of them going, not exerting too much energy. Don't forget, they've still got 112 miles on that bike and they have got to do a 26-mile marathon. It's all about the preparation, it's all about getting it right for this. It's not about knocking yourself out on your first 2-mile swim for sure. So the lead swimmer is the women, over to the women again. It's number 36, Stephanie Adams. She's swimming out for her second lap. And we go to Saleta, who's in second place. And over to Lucy. Lucy, where are you? I can see Lucy's in third. We caught up with Lucy earlier this week at Club La Santa. And here's what she has to say about the race.
Ever since the first time I came here, I've always thought it'd be an amazing race to do. And the bike course is pretty, pretty special, isn't it? yeah, I'm hoping to get enough points to get me qualified for Kona. So yeah, a good race here would be enough to get me there, I think now. I won Wales and then I did South Africa a few weeks ago. I was second there, so yeah, doing a lot of racing.
Thank you very much indeed, Lucy. So here she is back again on the race in that distinctive cap. Let's have a look. See, here we have last year's winner, Kirsten Moller, in the red cap. She was a winner last year. She is looking obviously to repeat that again. And what a fantastic place to go swimming. Although, I mean, would you really want to be swimming with all them bodies around you? Could get a little bit hectic, let's be honest. This is Sebastian, once again, Sebastian Fraisse. He's from France and he's doing an absolutely fantastic job. That's it. He's out the water, as you can see. He's lapped a number of other people who are just on their way round to get into the water for a second time. This is it. This is all part of the run-up to where he's going to have his bike all ready and waiting for him to start the second part of this great course. In the yellow cap, here's Henrik Heideland from Denmark, and third out the water. But first on the bike, after an absolute fantastic transition, it is Romain Guillaume from France. So how you can see, it's the leader of the women's race. It's Stephanie Adams, number 1 from Belgium, closely followed by Saletta Castro in second place. And here's Lucy again, Lucy Gussard in third place as they make their way out the water. And as we've said, going to work on that transition to get on the bikes and complete this 112-mile bike race that is coming up. Let's have a quick check and see what the official times and standings are. Well, there you have the results, and after the break, the next stage of this IRONMAN Lanzarote. 180 kilometres on 2 wheels. So here we are back again for the second part here of this Lanzarote IRONMAN 2014. A couple of highlights of what's been going on since 7 o'clock this morning here on the beaches of Puerto del Carmen. As you can see, Sebastian Fraisse finished first on the men's swim as he makes his way through, closely followed by Romain Guillaume, who finished in third but was first on the bike after an amazing transition. As you can see, they're all making their ways up to the bikes to get on with this 112-mile race. They have to walk their bikes to the start line. Nobody's allowed to actually get on them before they kick off. And so we can see Rafa Botello. He's number 69. He's one of the featured special athletes competing here. Hessa Abrim, member of the Bahrain royal family, one of the youngest ladies competing today.
Bahrain, it's much more open, and the people there are welcoming, and especially for sports. I used to be at the national team, soccer national team of Bahrain. And then I stopped and I continued just jogging. I used to jog since I was a kid, and I joined the 10K runs and the 5K runs. And then I started joining the triathlons, and then I got interested in the Ironman. I think I'll be the first, maybe the first girl from the first female from the GCC to do a full Ironman. It's difficult, but I think I will finish it.
Yeah, so Hessa fancying a chance of finishing it, as do all the rest of these guys on their bikes, making their way out of Puerto del Carmen and into some of this absolutely fantastic terrain you're going to see. In your picture now, number 23, Susan Black from Germany, passing number 31, Corinne Abraham, to take 4th place. In 3rd place now, number 4, that is indeed Saletta Castro. And we've Lucy now in 2nd place. Come on, Lucy. Started very well with the swim. And into number 36, it's the leader, Stephanie Adam, number 36. Over to the men's, Bert Yammer from Belgium. He's in 4th place at the moment. And there's Dominic Berger, number 42, from Austria, making his way through the course. We're over to the race leader. This is Roland Guillaume. He's number 6. Once again, fantastic swim, straight on that bike and straight out to power through it. Let's have a little word to see what Roman had to say about the race.
I came last year for training for 3 weeks, and after 1 week here, I called to my coach. I said I want to race IRONMAN Lanzarote. The bike course is very challenging. It's for me, I'm a small guy. I prefer cycling than running and swimming, and I think the bike course suits me perfectly. And I don't know, it's something in me last year when I train. I called to my coach and say I want to race. When I started as a professional, I was a professional but with a amateur behavior. I enjoyed so much traveling and meeting people that I raced every 2 weeks in different places. But then I realized that to perform I need to train and then to target to have some target in my season. So now I'm more training, but I'm still traveling. I came here, it's 3 times this year, and maybe before Kona I will train again if I'm qualified to Kona. But yeah, it's a good life. Yeah, I enjoy what I'm doing. So.
Well, thank you very much, Roman. You can see a smile all over his face. He certainly is enjoying what he's doing as he's powering in first place. So second place Henrik is now closing the gap on Romain in this race. As you can see, number 16, and third and fourth, and Dominic Berger, number 42. Bert Jammer from Belgium. Susan Blatt's taken second place now from Lucy Gossage as she is powering her way through on this course. What a fantastic race, what a fantastic view it is, my word. So here we see number 22, Regula Rohrbach from Switzerland, moving into the top 5, passing Saletta and pushing her back into 6th place. Now in 4th place we can see Corrine Abraham coming into your picture right now, but she's getting passed by Arugula for number 22 as she flies past her. So the first 4 men now through to the Fire Mountains, one of the most popular places on the island of Lanzarote. And look at that, that is one steep climb. We can see Roman, we can see Hendrik catching Roman up here on the course. And now in 3rd place, Bert has moved ahead of Dominic. Bert, 2-time winner, making this climb look easy, and we know it's not. Although last year he had an absolute nightmare. And let's see what he had to say about last year.
And I know last year on the bike I wanted to go to Puerto del Carmen, put my bike away and stop the race. But yeah, you come into Puerto del Carmen, I saw Stan over there cheering and getting wild. I just put on my running shoes, I started to run, and after 1 kilometer I felt pretty relaxed, and I did a 250 marathon and catch a lot of guys and finished 5th. But it's triathlon, it's not only running. You have to swim well, you have to bike well, and you have to run well if you want to win the race. So it's not about doing one discipline very well. You have to do them. You have to do the triathlon well. And last year I didn't do the triathlon well. I ran a good marathon after all, but the race wasn't perfect. I always say it's not a real course for climbers. It's a course for strong guys who are riding uphill well. But there's so many places on the course. You can make such high speeds, big roads, slightly down, wind in the back. But if you see the previous years, all the guys who had the fastest bike splits, like Faris last year, Phil Graves a few years ago, all discs.
Well, back on with the race now, and let's see how the women are getting on. It is number 22, that's the sign on her shirt, that is regular, and she is moving into third place, passing Lucy Gossard's number 9 as they make their way through. Still, you can just see the Tim and Fire sign there of this wonderful volcanic park. Right, now seeing if we can catch up with the men again, see how we're doing. It is number 4, watch out, as one of the aid stations almost takes him out. This is Birdjammer, he's in Famara, top surf destination in Lanzarote, and approaching the halfway point. And it's all change at the front of the men's race. Henrik Hiddeland finding himself in first place as he's been waved through by Roman while riding through the Tim and Fire. They are moving up to the heavy part of the course now as they approach what they call the big climb. It's all uphill from now on. And look at that, as Guillaume is past Henrik to retake that lead. So here we go, you can see the effort going in on the face of these guys as the first 4 reach Tegizi, which is the halfway point in the old capital of Lanzarote, old time hiding place from the pirates and midway point of this bike route. Roman in first place, followed closely by Henrik. I don't think a lot's changed here, followed by Bert in the blue, number 5, and Dominic all in white right behind him. Number 2, Miguel Blanchard from Spain, last year's podium, currently just outside the top 10, but making progress through the field. As you can see, we're going back slightly. So here we go, back to the lead woman. It is still number 36, Stephanie Adam, and followed by a long trail of bikers, the rest of the age groupers. Their focus won't be all about winning the race, yet finishing this very, very trying course indeed. Here we go, over to Vincent. We heard from him earlier. Normally he's doing the commentary. This time he's working this bike race out for himself. Looking very comfortable indeed, I must say. So the leaders are past halfway. The age groupers are making great headway. And we're going to take a quick pause. Join us after the break for more excitement from IRONMAN Lanzarote. Hello once again, back again for a little brief summary of what's been happening so far since the swim, which was kicked off at 7 o'clock this morning on the beaches of Playa Grande. It's been a great race so far, it really has. As you see images of, well, this is Romain, who actually was first off the blocks on his bike and is still in first as he entered the halfway point in Tegizi. We've also got a look at Stephanie Adam, who is also in first place, and as you can see now, number 36, this is her coming into Tegizi. Number 23, Susan Blatt in second place, and regular number 22, she is in third place indeed, and keeping up with the pack and doing very, very well indeed. We've got our Lucy at number 9. And just coming into your picture now, Christine Moller from Germany, last year's winner, currently 8th as she reaches the halfway point. We caught up with her in La Santa during the week and asked her when she decided to come back to Lanzarote.
I decided after Hawaii. I know I need points for 2014 when I will come back to Hawaii, and I remember on the nice island and a little bit mystical and the tough course. and it was also a wonderful atmosphere. So for us athletes, it's very important to go back on a place that we love it. My friends in Germany, oh, your holiday on the whole year. You were in Mallorca, Fuerte, Lanzarote, Hawaii. It's a nice life. Yeah, it's because I love it to travel, and there are also wonderful islands.
Here we see number 70, Francesc Sola Garcia from España, or Spain to you and me. One of 3 hand bikers today and a companion of Rafa Botello, who is doing his first Ironman distance triathlon, who actually represented Spain in the 2012 Olympics in the marathon.
La verdad es que ya empiezo a estar bastante nervioso.
The truth is, I'm a little bit nervous, watching the weather, because if we have too much wind on the bike split, it's going to be difficult. I've been here in the winter and I'm strong and motivated. I'm determined to finish, and I think this will be my first and last. I'm very lucky that I've got a lot of friends apart from my companions in hand cycling, Alberto and Francesc. I've got a masseur, my cousin from my hometown who's going to run as well. Above all, my mother, my father, my aunties, uncles, friends from various parts of Spain have also come. The truth is, I'm not that conscious of their presence because in the water I'm not going to be able to see them. And later on the bike for sure, during the race, I'll see them waiting in significant places, some of the harder climbs and difficult places. But I'm that concentrated in doing what I'm doing that they might get a smile out of me, but I'm that determined to finish that is where my mind will be. I've got 2 years until the Rio Olympics, so when I finish the Ironman, I want to forget it. Go back to my chair, train a bit less because this is really hard. For sure, when I finish, it'll be a result of all the training, and I'll get the feeling of relief that it's all over.
Also in the special category, we see Enamid, who's number 73, with Andrea Moragues, number 74, his guide. He's been blind since the age of 8. He's also an Olympic athlete who represented Spain in the swimming pool.
As I told you, before November, I didn't run a lot, so, and I never ride the bike since I was blind, because I became blind when I was 8 years old. And I broke one bike, and my mom, she told me, no, you can't ride the bike because so dangerous for you. So since that moment, 18 years later, everything is new. Actually, I had a disease, and the doctors told to my family, and I couldn't run and I couldn't move so quick. So they told me he has to be very quiet. But when you have a child and he's only 8 years old, it's impossible. He's sitting someplace all day. So I was running all day, I was fighting with my friends, and one day I was running at home, and my mom taught me the usual, be quiet, you know what could happen to you. And I say, okay, Mom, and I just lay down and close my eyes, and when I raise my head again, I didn't see anything. Just 5 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, it was so, so fast, but that's better because when you are so young, you can adapt very fast to everything, and you learn faster how you can manage your new life.
We tried the tandem the first time here in the parking in Lanzarote, in La Santa, and we ride for...
He told me, listen, we came here in March, a Tuesday, and we received it on Monday, just he said before, but the funniest thing is, we were in our room, and he just fixed everything, and he told me, okay, we will try it 2 laps in the parking lot. And I told him, okay, great, so just 10 minutes. And we just ride the tandem, and he told me, I look you very well, and I feel very well. Let's do it. And we went to Timanfaya, 45 kilometers. And when we arrived to La Santa, I told him, man, you told me just 2 laps in the parking. He told me, but it's great for you.
Has he let you ride at the front yet?
Maybe next year.
I don't think so.
And what a great attitude. It really does sum up the Ironman spirit. So, back on with the race as we see these cyclists. And as I said earlier, this really is the tough part. After Tigisi, this is the climb. This is where it's all uphill and it's gonna hurt, it's gonna burn. Henrik in second place in Los Valles, riding up to Mirador de Haria. Although Roman, number 6, our French favourite, he's still in front. Only 3 weeks after winning the Volcano Triathlon here in Lanzarote, an Olympic distance triathlon organised by Club La Santa. Here we see some images of him leading the race down the switchbacks of Haria. This is a bit more of a downhill part of the course, which will come as a relief, I am sure, to these guys that have been struggling through the climb through this wonderful, wonderful island. So here we see Roman. This is the Mirador del Rio. This is one of the highest spots on the race, but one of the highest spots in Lanzarote. Just behind him, well, in third place, we're seeing number 5, Bert Yama, and getting a nice round of applause. They're going through the aid station. Also, this is one of the passing points, okay, to register the time. Back to the women's race again. Here we see Stephanie Adam riding up to Mirador del Rio. It's a steep climb, it really, really is. In second place, just behind her, number 23, Susan Blatt still. And in third, it's Lucy again, who's taken third place back again from a regular. As you can see, Mirador del Rio, as we said, very, very high point in Lanzarote. Plenty of low cloud though, as you can see, they're actually cycling through the cloud. Probably a little bit of respite and cooling things down a little bit. And as we see Lucy leading the pack on the last major climb before the eagerly awaited downhill descent into Arrieta. And here we actually see Susan Blatt in second, giving a perfect example of aerodynamics on a bike, giving the least wind resistance and gaining optimum speed. This is Roman approaching the Monumento del Campesino, a big landmark in Lanzarote. You ask any local, they'll tell you exactly where it is. And being closed by Henrik in second place still. Is he going to catch him up? We'll wait and find out. Roman, as he makes his way through a La Jeria wine-growing region, which in stark contrast to the completely different terrain only a few miles away, where we find the lead women. Stephanie Adams approaching the Monumento del Campesino, although losing a little bit of ground to second place Susan Blatt. And there is Stephanie passing the geographical centre of the island in a time of 5 hours and 50 minutes as we see the participants move into this unique volcanic landscape of Lanzarote, dotted as far as the eye can see with these traditional pits where the vines are grown and protected from the elements. And here we have Stephanie Adams, the leader of this women's group. But surely it's just been a matter of time with Susan Blatt, the number 23. She has been snapping at her heels all the way through. And after 170 kilometres on the bike, Susan finally catches up and overtakes Stephanie. there you have it. This is the new race leader now as they approaching the end of the bike race. Quickly over to Roman, who is first in the men's competition, and this is him finishing the bike race with a fantastic time indeed. He's going to be first in, first off the bike, and first out with his running shoes. 26 miles to go. Let's see how he gets on. So as Romain reaches that line, this is what we call a T2. It's the second transition, and as you can see, you've got to be off that bike as you cross that line and walk or run, in this case, your bike all the way up to the station and then a little bit further to get the rest of your gear. In this case, it's going to be his running gear, it's going to be his trainers. Up next, coming through, it is Henrik in second. Once again, different bit of a style, barefooted, as you see, as he walks or runs his bike through once again. And this is where it'll be going through these guys' minds. Have they done enough? Have they paced themselves? Can they do this last 26 miles? Because however well they've swum and however well they have been cycling, are they going to hit the wall on the run? Let's hope not for their sakes, as we've got another guy coming, and this is Bert. We've heard a lot of him. Pretty much it's been these three guys, the 1, 2 and 3 all the way through. And here's a guy, we haven't mentioned him earlier, he did very well in last year's Ironman. This is Kryl Kotsagarov. He's finishing the bike in 4th place. And after this guy, there's plenty more coming through as the bike ends and the running starts. So here's Bert Yammer running out, looking better and looking stronger than last year. He's been living on the island in preparation for this race. Is it going to pay off? We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with the final part of Ironman 2014. So then, Ironman fans, here we are back again. It is the final part of Lanzarote Ironman 2014. We have had the swim with some great times posted. We have had an exciting bike ride indeed. As you see, they've covered the whole island for 112 miles. Some fantastic times being posted, but it's all down to the last bit. It is the 26-mile marathon coming your way. In summary, really, it's been pretty much the same faces in the top positions all the way through, both in the men's and the women's. On the women's race, it is indeed first place Susan, and we'll see a Lucy as well in 3rd place. And as we look up now, we'll see, well, there you go, this is Susan. She's just took to the carpet, she's off now. Followed very, very closely indeed by Stephanie in 2nd place. In 3rd place, starting her run. Once again, like we say, there's Lucy. It's 26 miles. Have they got it in them? Have they paced themselves properly? Is anybody going to be hitting any brick walls? We're going to find out. Let's have a quick look at the results so far. These are the standings. Like I say, not a lot's changed. So there you have it, that's the results as they stand, but obviously it's not everybody's reached that finishing line yet. People are still out on their bikes. Do not forget that they do have a finishing time of 6:30 for that bike race. Back to the race leader, here he is yet again, Romain, on his first turn round on the first lap. This is Player Honda, slightly up the road from Puerto del Carmen, as he's having an absolute stormer of a race. They do have 3 laps to do, and very importantly for them, it does give them a chance to keep up on their times they can check their progress. Just here now, Miguel has moved into 7th place and is rising through the field rapidly, having an excellent race indeed, and this could be the point that he makes it all up. Over to the women, and we've got Susan Blatt here from Germany, number 23. She is now the race leader, and Lucy Gossard is in 2nd place. Lucy, number 9, has made it into 2nd place as they carry on along this wonderful promenade. This is from Puerto del Carmen all the way through to Playa Honda, past the airport, and doing the rounds. Corinne Abraham in your picture now. She is in 3rd place as this marathon carries on. Saleta in number 4 has moved up a place as Stephanie Adams, unfortunately, has now walking. So here we see Susan Black comfortably in 1st place in the women's standings, but Lucy is making up ground with every step she takes. She's looking good, she's looking strong, and she's got an eye, look at that, she's even got a smile for the camera. She knows she can do it, and she's going to keep pushing herself. Great stuff indeed here. And straight back up to the other end of the road, as we see slightly later on, Susan Blatt doing the first turn. That is 1 lap completed, 2 more to go. Maybe a little frustrating for the guys because they actually have to do the turn looking at the finishing line but don't get to cross it. Here we have Kirsten Moller, number 1. She was last year's winners, as we said, currently in 8th, but moving up the field as she goes along. We're going to see some of the age groupers now on the run. Yeah, they look happy. They're very happy to be doing this. They have up till midnight to cross that line. Also bearing in mind, because unfortunately after all that work, you might not end up with your medal. And here we have a 2-time winner, Ina La Johansson, joining in with the crowds, cheering everybody on. And what a fantastic sight it is too. Do make a point to put this one in your calendar. If you can get over here to Lanzarote, do get over here for the Ironman. It is fantastic. So here we have the winner again. This is Roman. He's on his final lap, as you can see it, but moving through the crowds, and this really is a spectacular effort. We have Miguel Blanchard just coming into your screen now. He's moved up to 3rd place. He was way down the field earlier, and he's closing on into Bert Yama, who is now in 2nd place. And Miguel Blanchard has passed Bert Yama. Is now 2nd place for Miguel, 3rd place for Bert. Bert is maybe hit the wall, who knows. He seems to be struggling on at this. Miguel, he's loving it. He's loving it. He can see he's got the finishing line in his sights. He's got to be thinking, am I going to get 1st place? But no, Romain Guillem here all the way from France. What a contrast between him and the other 2 players. Look at this. Unfortunately for Bert, he's now jogging. I think the adrenaline's gone, but it can't be said the same for Roman. He's all smiles. He's loving this. He's having a dream as he's wading through all those spectators. They're loving it as well. Everybody's clapping, everybody's cheering, and let's be honest, look, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Can you believe the smile on his face after all that he's just done? Let's have a quick look at his times. He did the swim in 47 minutes and 31 seconds. He did a bike in 4 hours and 56 seconds. And he did his 26-mile marathon in 2 hours, 57 minutes and 55 seconds. A total time of 8 hours, 47 minutes and 39 seconds. He's there. He's holding up the banner. He is Lanzarote Ironman 2014. It's a great sight. And being greeted by race organiser Kenneth Gask, who brought the Ironman to the island. He's also being presented with his medal by Pedro Sanginés, the president of Lanzarote. Just an interesting factoid here. First French winner since 2004. This is indeed Miguel Blanchard, who has had a fantastic race. He really has. He's overtaken person after person through the race and has secured himself that second place on the podium for this year's Ironman Lanzarote. Let's have a look, see who is in third place. Third place is indeed Bert Yama. He has slowed down a bit as he's been finishing. Obviously going to have been disappointed. Looks so promising all the way through, and he really does look like he has had enough. But there you go, his son Stan, he's happy to see him, but Bert's just a bit too tired. And let's hear from the winner.
I was afraid at the beginning of the run because he ran so fast at the beginning. I said, wow, if you continue like this, he will catch me. I will finish second and third, but I say, okay, don't be patient, don't be too fast, and it was cool, yeah. It was a dream. All was perfect today. It's once, maybe one of a life, all is perfect, and it was today, so it's amazing. Yeah.
It really was amazing stuff. And here's something else that's amazing. The first age grouper. This is James Gilfillan from GBR from Great Britain and has turned up in 8th place overall. They're not all professionals that do this by any means. But on to the women's, and what has happened here? Lucy Gossage has taken first place, and she is strolling along that Avenida looking for that finishing line, a big grin all over her face, everybody clapping her on, everybody seeing her through. Well done indeed, Lucy. Fantastic stuff, fantastic time, and look at the smile on that face. She is over the moon. And let's have a look and see how Lucy got on in the race. Well, the swim, 55 minutes for the swim, 5 hours 31 on the bike, and the run, 3 hours 7 minutes 20 seconds. An overall time of 9 hours 41 minutes and 40 seconds. And no wonder she's so happy. I'm happy for her, I tell you. And here we have second place. This is Susan Blatt. She's had an extremely good race as well. And you can see the look of her face. She is over the moon as well. Would have preferred first, happy with second. Well done indeed, Susan. And here we go to third place, Corrine Abraham. She's strolling through as well. You wouldn't believe it's been over 9 hours, 50 minutes while they've been doing this, as she takes third place on the podium. Let's go and have a brief interview with Lucy Gossage and see what she thought about the day's events.
Yeah, I had a really good day. I mean, God knows where my swim came from. It felt like I was dunked and beaten up, but yeah, it was amazing for me. So I think that set me off and had a solid bike. I just was determined to do my own race. In South Africa, I got a bit carried away with what other people were doing. So today I just really ignored what everyone else was doing and did my own race until the last 10k of the run, and then was like, press the hurt button and go. So yeah, I think I paced it really well, and yeah, pretty good race.
A pretty good race indeed for you, Lucy. But here's Kristin, last year's winner, finished in 4th place with the 3rd fastest marathon of the day, but absolutely shattered. Let's have a look at the results. Well, fantastic stuff indeed to the finishers, and we're talking about finishers. Here's Hessa, who we spoke to earlier. You'd have seen her just arriving on her bike, and various age groupers as they're coming along, accompanied by the families, accompanied by their friends. It really is a fantastic day for everybody who's partaking in the Ironman, and look at the smiles on their face. Once again, look at that, 11 hours, 56 minutes, still loving it. Get that crowd going, they love it, they really do. And once again, like we said, they have got until midnight, these runners, midnight to get through. As the sun starts setting, it's still a magic atmosphere. We've just seen Rafa go past Hopefully he'll be finishing very, very soon indeed. It's all cheers, it's all hand clap, but this is what these guys need. It really, really is. Don't forget, the finisher might have done it in just over 8 hours. These guys are going through. Here we go. This is Rafa. He's finished. He's over the moon excited, as well as En Hamid. He has finished this. He is all cheers. What an amazing, amazing race he's had. And special little greetings off a special friend of his, for sure. Oh, here we go. Excitement mounts as these finishers come through. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely sight. It's a great event. It's very, very special for all these people. 2,000, more than 2,000 people have been doing this, and they've been working their way through with one goal in mind. Get to that finishing line, finish that Ironman, get that medal. This is Hessa, the first women from the Arab nations to complete an Ironman, completing the Ironman Lanzarote 2014. Yes, didn't she do well? She did absolutely fantastically. And here we have the winner, Romain, and it's a tradition in Lanzarote that the winner greets in the last people to come over that finishing line and award them with their medal. So well done, great sportsmanship, and which sums up the Lanzarote Ironman, sums up the Ironman in general. And here we go, midnight. If you're not past that line on midnight, unfortunately, it's no medal. So from all of us here in Lanzarote, thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next year.